Gain structure is a very important part of building a good mix. It involves setting the gain properly at several different points along the way. If done right, you can avoid noisy signals, touchy faders, and improve the overall audio quality. Most noise in a sound system can be traced back to bad gain structure. If you're having to turn the signal up a lot at any point, you're probably adding noise too. You should only turn the gain up as much as is necessary. You should also avoid unnecessarily turning the volume down. Let's start at the stage. If you're using a direct box or a microphone with a pad on it, you'll want to start with the pad turned off. Just imagine you have a weak source and you have the pad on, you just made it that much weaker, and now you have to turn your gain up that much more. If you're using a microphone on someone or something, you'll want to get the microphone as close to the source of sound as possible. This helps eliminate background noise from other things on stage, and it also gets you as much gain as possible without even turning up your gain knob. Now, moving on from the stage, let's go to the soundboard. We'll start at the master section. Let's turn the master fader up to unity gain. This means that the fader is not adding or taking away any gain. Now we can move on to the input section in the channel that we're working on. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that any pads are turned off. And then we'll turn the gain all the way down. After you've done that, slowly bring the fader up. The goal is to get the fader to unity and to be happy with the volume. If you can't get to unity without the signal being too loud, you can turn the pad on the top of the channel. If it's still too loud and you're using a direct box or a mic with a pad on it, you can turn the pad on there too. You can also use the pads if you hear distortion to try to get rid of it. If you get your fader to unity and the volume is still not loud enough, you can turn your gain up until it's loud enough. Now let's talk about why you want your faders at unity. If you look beside the fader, you'll notice that the numbers are not spaced evenly. This is because the fader is a non-linear fader. What this means for you is that if the fader is at unity and you make a small move, it will equal a small change in volume. But if the fader is near the bottom, let's just say -40 or -50, and you make a very small move, it could equal a very big change in volume.